Hello everyone, this is D.Chiranjeevi, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology, Aditya University. Today I am going to discuss two-dimensional array in C. Learning outcome of this lecture is student will be able to understand declaration and initialization and indexing of two-dimensional arrays. So the outline of this lecture is today I will cover 2D arrays, definition, then declaration and initialization, how to access 2D array, input, how to take input in two-dimensional array, and how to display two-dimensional arrays. So now let's understand what is two-dimensional array first. Okay, so you can simply say a two-dimensional array is which contains rows and columns. Okay, so that's why we can also call it as matrix. Generally this two-dimensional array looks like a table, that's why it is having rows and columns, so it is also known as matrix. Okay, so you can also define like 2D array is basically array of arrays. So in that way also we can define it. Now let's understand with the syntax of two-dimensional array. So the syntax you can write like first you need to specify data type and then array name, then you need to specify row size and then column size. This is basic syntax declaration only. Okay, declaration of 2D array. Now initialization, simply you assign the same syntax values. Okay, so assigning the values to the declaration will be also known as initialization. Now let's understand this example what is given here. Now you see int is the data type, matrix is the name of the array, and 2 is the row size, that means number of rows is 2 and 3 is column size. This is column size, number of columns will be 3, number of row size is 2. Okay, so this is the size of the 2D matrix, so 2 by 3, that means this 2D array matrix contains total 6 elements, 2 by 3, so 2 into 3, 6 elements. Okay, in 2 rows and 3 columns. That's why in the first row 3 elements, second row also 3 elements. Okay, so 2 rows total, this is row 1, this is row 2. Okay, so in row 1, column 2, column 3, this is C1, this is C2, this is C3. This is also C1, C2, C3. Okay, this manner you can store the elements in 2D array. Okay, so if you look at the memory representation, in the memory they will store like this. Okay, so total 2 rows, 3 columns. So this is index 0th row, index 1 row. This is first column index 0, second column index 1, third column index 2. Okay, so you can store now at 0 0 you can store 1, and 0 1 you can store 4, and 0 2 you can store 2. Then 1 0 you can store 3, 1 1 you can store 6, 1 2 you can store 8. In this manner the elements will be stored in the memory. Okay, now declaration I have discussed already. So the simple example is, so this is data type, this is array name, and this is the size of 2D matrix 2 by 3. It means total 6 elements will be stored. So one integer element is occupying 4 bytes. So the size of int is 4 bytes, where 1 byte equal to 8 bits. Okay, so total how many elements? 6 elements. So one element will occupy 4 byte, so total 6 elements. So 6 into 4, total 24 bytes of memory will be occupied by this 2 by 3 matrix, that is array matrix occupying 24 bytes of memory. Okay, so you all know that int is the data type and then matrix is the array name which must follow identifier rules, and this is row size, this is column size. Okay, 2 is the row size, 3 is the column size. This is simple declaration syntax. Now initialization, so you can directly initialize the values or you can also specify row wise also. Okay, like so if you look at the initialization syntax, here data type specified, array name specified, row size, column size, then number of elements provided is R cross C, the last element. What does it mean? It means, let's say if you give total R cross 3, so R let's say given 2, C given 3, it means 2 into 3, 6. So that V R cross C is the 6th element, we will say. Okay, so this is first element, second element, this is the 6th element. Okay, so you can simply give, instead of like row 1 in separately, row 2 separately, you can directly give the values like let me explain this with an example. Let's say int matrix, so let's say size row is 3, column is 3, equal to, I will give 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6. Okay, so total 6 element I have given. Now this 6 element will be stored in 2 rows. Okay, like same can be written as equal to first row elements 1 comma 2 comma 3, in the second row you can write 4 comma 5 comma 6. Okay, then you close the bracket. Okay, in this manner also you can store. Okay, so this is the first format what I have written, and this is the second 2D array. Okay, so this is the simple initialization. So here also total 6 elements. So the size of matrix is 6, and this is element size, not memory, and memory size 6 element 24 bytes. So R and C are the row size and column size, it must be integer only. Okay, so R is number of rows, C is number of columns, and this matrix is the array name which must follow identifier rules. Now accessing, how we can access elements in 2-dimensional array. So to access elements in 2-dimensional array, we must access it through row and column both. Okay, now if you see by using array name, now if you see matrix of 0 0, what does it mean? Row 0 and column 0. Okay, so in this is the matrix name. So matrix row 0, this one, and column 0, this one. So 0 0, so 1, so you will get value 1. Okay, similarly you can access all the elements. Okay, so if you want to update any value in 2D array, then you can use this, or if you want to display the elements, then you can use this format so that you can display. Like if you want to print a particular element, that is 6, now how will you do that? So you can write printf, then you simply write %d. Now the 6 is the element which is row 2, right, that is index 1, and column 2, right, that is index 1, column 2 index 1, right. So now you can simply write array name, that is matrix, first specify row that is index, that is row 1, right, row 2, so you can specify index 1, and then column here, that is 2, so that index is 1. Okay, so matrix of 1 1, right, so it will print output you will get 6. Okay, so if you want to update, then also you can update by using this manner, right, by using a scanf function. Now how can we read the elements dynamically to the 2-dimensional array? Now to read elements dynamically, you need to write 2 loops, that is nested loop you can say. One is for rows and one is for columns. Okay, so in arrays the index starts from 0, so that is why you will first read index 0th row. Okay, so that is first row where the index is 0. So this is for rows, the outer loop is for rows, and inner loop is for columns. Then you can read by using the matrix by specifying the initializers R and C. Okay, so here R and C are the initializers. R is the initializer for rows and C is for the columns. Now you will see, you check this. So first R value is 0. Now 0 less than 2. So this is true. This is true. You will get inside. Now you got C value 0. Then C value less than 3. So 0 less than 3. This is also true. If this is true, what will you do? You will read the first element, that is matrix row 0 and column 0. So matrix RC is provided. So R and C value currently 0. So you will read simply ampersandage matrix 0 0 value. Okay. Now after updating this, control will update it to C++. C++, now C value will be 1. Okay. Now this time what will happen? Now again 1 less than 3. This is true. Now this time you will read matrix of still R value 0, but column value is 1. So that is 0th index row and first column value you are reading. Okay. After that again you update C++, C value 1, 1 to 2. So 2 less than 3. So that is true. Now this time you will read matrix of 0 index 2, because C value is currently 2. So in this manner you can read the elements. So first row elements I have read. Similarly you can read now after when C value, after updating this C value 3, now 3 less than 3 false. Now you will update from here R plus plus, now R value 1, again 1 less than 2 true. Now again it will set C value 0. Now C value 1, C value 2, it will be true. So second row values you will read, and C value 3 it will get false. Now again you update row, so row became 2, so 2 less than 2 false, so then it will stop. Okay. Now only it will read 6 elements, so in this manner you can read. Now you can print the 2-dimensional array elements by iterating both row index and column index. Now see here the 2D array having elements 1, 4, 2, 3, 6, 8. So the elements will be stored in the memory like this. So here it is 1, this is 4, this is 2, this is 3, this is 6, 8. Index 0, 1, 2 column and row that is 0 and 1. Okay. Now your row value you got 0 and that is 0 less than 2, this is true. So control will transfer to here. So C value here you got 0. C 0 less than 3, this is true. So you will print simply matrix 0 0. So matrix 0 0 0 0 value 1, so 1 will be displayed. After that, after printing, update C++. So C value became 1, 1 less than 3, this is true. Now you print matrix of 0 1. Okay, so 0 1 value, so 0 1 value 4, so 4 will be displayed. After that, you update again C++, C value 2, 2 less than 3, true. So this time you will print matrix of 0 2. Okay, so 0 2 value that is true, printed. After this, what will happen? You update C value 3, 3 less than 3 false. If this is false, control will come outside. Outside is /n. /n means from here the cursor will move to next line. Okay, after reaching here nothing is there, so from here control again transfer to R++. Okay, R++ now row will become 1. So 1 less than 2, this is true. Now again it will set C value to 0, 0 less than 3, this is true. Again you display matrix of 1 0 value. So 1 0, this is 1 0, that is 3, so 3 will be printed. Similarly C value will be updated up to 2, so up to 2 it will print 6 and 8. After that, when C value 3, it is false, when it become false it will come outside, so cursor will be moved to next row, nothing is there. So again you update R value became 2, so 2 less than 2 false, so by the time you printed 1 4 2 3 6 8. So in this lecture I have discussed 2D arrays, declaration and initialization, how to access 2D arrays, how to read 2D array and how to display 2D array. Okay, thank you.